I don't have a special reason for why I cook. It's honestly just for the pure love of cooking. It's just for exploring what I can do inside the kitchen, whether it's creating a new dish or just tasting a new steak dish or just creating stuff inside the kitchen. For me is really fun, and that's why I cook. I am and I'm not your average 14-year-old kid. I'm going to try to take you on a journey from one thing to another. I want to have different flavors. I want you to experience different kinds of tastes, textures, presentations, all that. So today we're going to be making a delicious salmon dish with a crunchy, fresh cabbage slaw and then this sweet and spicy kind of peanut sauce just to top it off. And the one thing I love about this dish is that, number one, it's actually a really great workout meal because you can marinate your fish and it only takes about 20 minutes to cook. And the cabbage slaw you can make ahead of time and store it in your fridge for about a week. And also, another thing that I just love about it is that everyone pairs salmon or fish with salad, so the cabbage slaw is kind of like this really nice change from that, and it just kind of makes you want to eat fish more along with this delicious peanut sauce. So without further ado, let's get cooking. So first thing we're going to be making today is our delicious peanut sauce. Now to do that, we're going to start off with our hot water and our peanut butter. So I just have about half a cup of water, quarter cup water-ish. And then you're going to add your peanut sauce, or just like your peanut butter, because that's how you make peanut sauce. And we're just going to add that right in. Perfect. And now the reason why we're adding this water in is just to give it like a little bit of base to the sauce and to water it down a bit. But honestly, it's mostly just how you can properly stir in your peanut butter. Alright, so now using your whisk, just whisk that around. Alright, so next thing we're going to do for a little bit of spice is we're going to add in about a quarter teaspoon of some sriracha. There we go. And then we're also going to add in about half a teaspoon of some vinegar. And we're also going to add in about half a teaspoon of some soy sauce. Stir that around a bit. Alright, so next we're going to be chopping up some fresh garlic. Now just about half a clove or one clove, depending on how big yours is. And then you'll probably need about half a teaspoon or a quarter teaspoon of just some minced garlic. There we go. And then now just dice that up. Now this garlic is just going to add a little bit of fresh flavor to it, to the sauce, and just kind of brighten it up a little bit. Alright, so I'm going to add in our quarter teaspoon of our chopped garlic, and then I'm also going to add in some fresh lemon juice. About half a teaspoon as well. Perfect. Now as you guys can see, my sauce is a tad bit runny, but if that ever happens, don't worry, because everyone's consistency of their sauce will be a little bit different depending on what type of brand of peanut butter you're using, or like if you're getting chunky or smooth. All you need to do is add in about a good tablespoon more in, and you should be good to go. And also keep in mind, for the amount of peanut butter you use, you're probably going to want to add in just a little bit more of the other ingredients, just how you continue just to balance it out a little bit, because the peanut butter is obviously very sweet. And always keep tasting your food, especially when you're making sauces like this that have a lot of sweetness, or sometimes they can be a little bit too salty from the soy sauce. This is such a delicious and easy sauce to make, and it doesn't take a lot of time. If you guys are in college, or if you're always running late on time, or maybe this is a good easy dish to start out for your kids to eat, or maybe you want to make this with them, this is a delicious sauce and whole meal to make. So after my time at MasterChef, I actually did discover the Michelin stars for the first time, and I started to look at all these different kinds of dishes and combinations. It honestly took me by surprise, because I'd never seen someone pair seafood with gnocchi or this and that. It was really, really cool. And then eventually I got my mom to get me the Thomas Keller cookbook, Bouchon Bakery, and then the French Laundry. and I just sorted through that whole cookbook. So now we're going to be starting to make our delicious salmon. So here we have a beautiful piece of salmon. Now, I'm actually going to be baking this today inside tin foil with our delicious peanut sauce. However, if you guys would like to pan fry, it just takes a little bit more time and it's a little bit more hassle. So when you're baking it with tin foil, you can literally dump it inside the oven, set a timer, and then come back when it's done. So here I have like this awesome piece of salmon, but if you notice, it actually has the skin on. So if you do get yours with the skin on, don't worry, I'm going to show you guys how to take it off super easily.
Make a cut, hold the skin firmly, angle the knife downwards, and slide through.
And there you go. We have all the skin off and we have our beautiful piece of salmon still intact. This is actually really easy to do, but it does take a few tries, so be patient with it. And you know what they say, the more practice the better. Alright, so now we're going to start cooking our delicious salmon. And the method I'm going to be showing you guys today is very simple, very easy to do. And you can just put it inside your tin foil and pop it in the oven, set a timer, and you'll be good to go. So I'm going to grab our piece of salmon, place it right in the middle, and then just spoon some of our homemade peanut sauce right on top. And just be careful not to touch the fish because we will be needing more of the sauce a little later. Alright, so now just kind of spread it around your fish. Make sure it's nicely evenly coated. And that's it. Alright, so now we're just going to take our tin foil, fold them up both sides, and then just kind of like press it down there. Same on the other side, and just twist it like that. And it's kind of like a giant fish candy. And then now we're just going to put this inside our 375-degree oven for about 20 to 25 minutes, depending on how thick your salmon is. My experience at MasterChef was, honestly, it was amazing. I mean, I honestly learned so much as a chef, and before going in there, I wasn't too comfortable on camera, but it kind of forced me to grow as a person and be comfortable with being on the camera and also cooking with pressure. And but apart from that, I made so many new friends, and it was honestly an awesome experience. So let's start making our cabbage slaw to complement our salmon. So for the ingredients, I have two different types of cabbages. That's optional, but I like a little bit more color in my slaw. You also have some carrots, a little bit of soy sauce, some mayonnaise just to bring a nice little creamy element, and we also have some lemon for acidity. Now here I have what is called a mandolin, and basically, like, the thing I love about a mandolin, and not a lot of people use this, is that you can actually do a lot of your prep work with it, especially if you're running late. Maybe if you want to make fries for your potatoes, you can just cut them. I'm going to take our cabbage and just cut that in half. Just like that. Alright. This mandolin literally makes dreams. So just keep going like that. And it gets like these really nice thin slices, but please be careful with your fingers. Alright, and look how nicely thin and fresh that is. And it literally takes 2 seconds, and that's just what I love about this thing. Alright. And that's about a cup and a half of our green cabbage. So I'm just going to do the same to our purple cabbage now. Look how awesome that looks. Alright, so we just shredded up our purple cabbage, and I'm going to put this off to the side. And if you're using something like purple cabbage, it is going to kind of stain it, so be sure to wash your mandolin pretty quickly. And I'm actually making a little bit extra because one thing I love about this is that you can just store it in your fridge, and sometimes when I feel like I'm hungry or just want a snack, I just grab it out of the fridge and I just eat some, so that's why I like to make a little extra. And then just stir that around a bit. And it just smells so fresh, and it just feels like amazing. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab a carrot, and this just for a little bit more crunch and a little bit more flavor and color as well. I guess that's our fish. Let me go check on it. smells good in here. Let me take that one out and check out. Alright, let's see how our fish is doing. It smells so good. Alright, so I'm just going to take this out of our foil and just kind of let it rest for a few minutes. Alright, let's get back to our slaw now. Alright, so here we have our carrots, and this really nice trick that I learned was you can actually just continue just to peel the carrot until you get like these really nice long strips of it. And you get these really nicely thin pieces of carrots with no hassle at all. So now what I'm going to do, I'm just going to bundle these all up, and I'm just going to make one cut down the middle just so they're a little bit thinner. Put this aside. And look at that, you have these nice pieces of carrots. So I'm going to grab our slaw, toss these guys right in. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to grab some mayo and just put some in there. It's about a tablespoon. We'll do 2 tablespoons of mayo. Alright, and then just for a little bit of saltiness and flavor, about 1/4 teaspoon of soy sauce, and then 1/2 tablespoon of lemon juice. Look how nice that is, because the cabbage is actually, the purple cabbage is actually dyeing everything else a little bit, which looks kind of cool. And now we're ready to plate. So I'm going to start off by putting our piece of fish right into the center of our plate. Just like that. And then I'm going to grab some of our delicious slaw and just place it right on top. Look at all these nice colors just playing around inside the whole dish. And then finally we have our delicious peanut sauce that we made. Now, what I'm going to do is just put it in your spoon, and I'm just going to go swoosh all around the plate like that. There we go. And then, just for a little bit of green, a little bit of garnish, we just have a tiny little basil leaf. And there you guys have it. Salmon with a delicious, crunchy coleslaw and a sweet and spicy peanut sauce. Garnished with a little bit of basil. This is such an easy dish to make. It was literally 3 elements. So try it. Maybe you'll surprise yourself with your cooking skills. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this, and I'll see you later.